I'm coming to you as me, just me, not sassy, all the bullshit, just me. And I want you to know everything that happened with Mr. Tenderism and the Destination Barbecue is 100% your fault, social media's fault, and this app's fault. Everything was fine until the black folk found out that he didn't own that barbecue restaurant and he had a white slave master behind him forcing him to do everything. I bet you that relationship with them was just damn fine, but y'all could not stand that that wasn't his restaurant, and all the bullshit that Keith Lee and all the bullshit that went on in this app, you destroyed that.
You know what you sound like? Imagine it's the 1800s, right? Civil War just ended. The slaves are finally free. And here you come. I don't understand why the slaves want to be free. Especially our slaves. We treated them good. Why don't you want to be our slaves anymore? Why do you want to be free?
You destroyed it. And you want to act like, oh, this white man's going to steal it. They've been stealing all of our inventions for years. They've been stealing everything from us for years. Just because somebody may know how to do something, they also may not know how to go about doing it, okay?
You heard what she said. Keep that in mind. You might know how to do something, but you might not know how to go about doing it. Just keep that in mind.
I can have the brain power to think of a remote control ceiling fan, but I don't have the engineering experience, the backing, the money, and all that other brain power that goes into it. Okay, so if that was the equal partnership, y'all ruined it. You ruined it based on race. That man probably left on his own. Mr. Tenderism, y'all got under his skin. He thought, oh yeah, I'm going to go get my own. I'm going to go do my own. Let's see if y'all support him now. Let's see if you show up for that old man and buy his stuff, crowd fund for him, GoFundMe's for that man to make his own restaurant. Because I guarantee you won't, because there's no racism in it for you. There's no clicks and views in it for you if the boogeyman white man is not behind the scenes running the game. Y'all did this to that old man, and possibly a great friendship that him and that Destination Smokehouse owner had. You did it. So go support him now. Go on over there and do it, because that's what y'all encouraged. That's what you encouraged him to do. Take y'all's asses over there and give that man some money. We'll see the truth. Y'all won't support him because there ain't shit in it for you no more.
All right, so based on the rest of the content that I've seen on your page, you do have some bias.
Deconstructing the word they. When you say they, you know they, those guys, them, and what that means. It means black people.
And I'm not surprised that your bias would be towards the owner. So, with what you're saying, you might know how to do something and you might not know how to go about it. Basically, what you're saying is everybody should play their position, right? Let's think for a minute. We only knew about that restaurant because it went viral because that old man's personality.
So, if it... Boy, look here, this is tenderism at its best. I'm trying to tell y'all.
That old man, yes, he was the mascot. He was funny. He seemed like a genuine guy. And to a lot of us black folks, he reminded us of an uncle. That's why people started supporting. That's why the restaurant started getting traction. Where the problem happened, correct me if I'm wrong, we started seeing the owner on camera more. We started seeing the owner talking about things and pushing himself out there more. That's how we started. Hey, you know what? Does Unc own the restaurant? I don't think Unc owned the restaurant. The owner wanted us to know that, yo, this my shit. When the Keith Lee stuff happened, what did he do?
But then at the end of the day, it shortchanges so many other people who built this business, including this guy, who when I met him had absolutely zero.
He came out and made a video. Basically saying that it was disrespectful to the rest of the staff that Keith Lee was only trying to give Unc that $5,000. Keith Lee only came to that restaurant because of Unc, the mascot. Unc was the face of everything. And I think the owner's ego got bruised. I remember on my timeline for like a month straight, you would just see videos of Unc. You see him eating the food, walking away. You see him sitting with customers or influencers. They'll pick the meat up and they'll peel away, and then uncle get up and walk away. Tenderism, right? And then out of nowhere, I started seeing similar videos with the owner.
Now, look at that, and watch this. Come on. Even the vibrance with the color there, and the flavor is insane. It's like
Destination, one in the nation. Come.
He would have a video with him and Unc sitting down doing the same shit, or he'll have videos with just him and then Unc in the back of the camera. And I'm like, oh. I mean, for me who do social media, I can tell that this seemed like a hostile takeover. And I mean, it's their restaurant. Yes, you could do what you want, but at the same time, like you said, everybody should play their position. So he knew how to run the business. Unc was the viral sensation. Once the owner started trying to be the viral sensation, problems. Once you came out making videos, again with the Keith Lee situation, once you come out making videos talking about, yo, I had to go through all of this to get this restaurant together. I came in here into a failing restaurant.
I'm the opposite of that. I came into a business that was losing money that I took over for my family just because I had no other prospects. And that's a whole other thing. Like he said, I don't want to go on all the details of where I started, but
We don't give a fuck. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. What that sounded like to me was, well, where's my credit? Why y'all not giving me the same type of love that y'all giving Unc? Play your position. Run the business. If he ran the business in the background, or if he went about it a slightly different way. Because a lot of these videos that he came out and put out himself, he literally sounded cocky as f***. Now the whole thing about them trying to trademark tenderism behind Unc's back, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's not true. But at the same time, I'm very happy that a black lawyer took it upon himself to trademark that and then give it to Unc when he left, because that could have been bad. You can get mad at black folks all you want. Yeah, the internet, there was no racism in it. Bro, you know how many times a black content creator come up with something and then somebody like Charlie D'Amelio do it one time and then she get the credit and she just blow up off of it, making millions of dollars? Where's the little girl that created that dance? Where's the little girl that created that dance? Now, I don't know about y'all, and maybe it's just me coming from the Caribbean, but y'all remember the, y'all remember that syrup with the black lady on it? And then the story behind that? Black folks are tired of that. Black folks are tired of being the mascot who don't get the credit. We tired of being the face of people's shit. Folks is tired of creating culture for y'all. A lot of people not gonna like me saying that, but black folks are tired of creating the culture that y'all take and run with it and make millions of dollars off of it. Look at hip hop music. Who created hip hop music? Who's running it now? In the background, making decisions on what type of music go out. So yeah, you have a bias. I guess I have a bias too. In this situation, two things can be true. Yes, the internet ruined their friendship, but at the same time, if homie had played his position, none of this would have happened. You mad that they was trying to give Unc $5,000. Come on, bro. That's where you messed up. You try to go up against a food critic who is known for turning restaurants around. A restaurant could have been failing for years, and he'll come in there and make one video, and now they don't have enough seats, they don't have enough food. After one Keith Lee video, that line is wrapped around the block. Your cockiness made the opposite happen. He should have just kept his mouth shut. You should have just let Unc go out there. I don't know who you was getting an interview with. I don't know. Whatever podcast y'all was on that you felt was more important than Keith Lee being out there, your cockiness put you in that situation. So, ma'am, your bias is not going to allow you to see that. But that's what happened. It wasn't the internet. It wasn't Keith Lee. It was, like you said, somebody not playing their position. So while I was editing this video, I went back on her page and she made a response. So let's see this.
So apparently I've done the unthinkable, the unforgivable. I've interjected myself into black barbecue. Seen some videos, actually quite a few of them, made in response to my, why is this white lady so mad about the black barbecue thing? Well, you know what? You haven't followed me for a very long time, but I have spoken about actually being a chef and my husband being an executive chef. And we ran resorts for years. Not a line cook, but an actually trained chef. So I know a lot about the restaurant world. I've entered many meat competitions. There's so much about my life that y'all don't know. So yeah, I know a lot about smoked meats. You know what I mean? I had a kryptonite wing one year, won second place. A couple pork competitions at wineries. I mean, there's a lot more to pepper than what you see. So yeah, I felt a little bothered by that because I thought, wow, there's a lot of mascots for restaurants, but maybe behind the scenes there's a massa, a white man pulling the little puppet strings. So yeah, seemed like those people were doing just fine. And then maybe the restaurant got a bunch of attention because of that Mr. Tenderism. He was a very charismatic man. And so maybe that white owner, maybe he wanted a little taste of that. I mean, I could guarantee if that was a black owner and some white person was bringing in a lot of attention, I guarantee you they'd be out there getting some attention too. We know y'all like attention. Talk loud in the stores. You're like, look at me, I'm dancing, I'm chucking and jiving everywhere I go. But yeah, so I felt a little personally bothered by that because I could kind of see the pain in that man's eyes. Y'all this. The whole internet did all this bullshit. So let's, like I said, go over. How about instead of making videos about me, how about y'all go make some videos for that old man? How about you promote his new place? How about you start a GoFundMe for him? How about you encourage everybody in the community to go eat at his restaurant? But you probably won't, like I said.
With everything you saying, deep down you hoping Walter do bad. Deep down you hoping whatever business venture Walter get into after Destination Smokehouse, you hoping it fails. You know who else hoped that when people finally become free that it didn't work out? Former slave owners. Started making things real difficult for them black folks after they got free. Started having things like Jim Crow, segregation. Let's make their lives a living hell now that we can't use them anymore. That's what you sound like.
There's no racism involved. There's no clicks and views. There's no fucking drama involved. There's no massa. Making him, pull that beat out of the bone. He was probably slaving away in the hot kitchen eating barbecue all day. Yeah, no.
Some people are just so unlikable, dog. But here's the facts. That man left Destination Smokehouse and he's become a social media sensation. The wild shit is he probably don't even need to open up a restaurant anymore and still would make more than the restaurant was making. Let's think about it, right? Because let's look at his Instagram. I don't know if you understand how Instagram works. 339,000 followers. Let's look at some of these videos. He's already been on...
I say, that's tender.
He already been on, what's his name, Sherry Shepherd. He already been on her show. He's already been on the podcast with Shannon Sharp. He did a celebrity event already. It's not looking good. The hate not looking good. Listen, he don't need to open up a restaurant. He can get him a food truck and go crazy. The point of the matter is, it's not about him owning the restaurant. It wasn't that. If you looked at the videos, you can tell that the owner was inserting himself. It's like Walter was getting too much shine. Walter was getting too big for his bridges. And the owner was trying to insert himself in a lot of these things. And that's where the problem started. If he had just stayed his ass in the background. When it comes to white folks, there's different variations of white folks. It's white folks that you can really f with and vibe with, and you know what I'm saying? And then there's people like you. You brought up this whole thing about you inserted yourself in black barbecue, and then you start talking about how you was a chef, and you was this, and you was that. Yo, that had nothing to do with you making that video. You just wanted to say something negative about black people. It's okay. Just admit, yo, I don't f with black people. Cool. Most of your content on your page is you not fucking with black people. And that's understandable, but don't come out here and make excuses. It's because I was a chef. And then you talking about we was shucking and jiving and doing this, that, and the third. Yo, you know how many businesses there are out here owned by a black person, but they let the white folks do what they do? The face of the business is a white person, but the person who cuts the check is black. It's a lot of businesses like that out here. Because the business owner understands, yo, if my black ass come out in the forefront, they ain't gonna f me no more. Come on, baby girl. Come on now. Get your shit together.